Let's talk about creating links or hyperlinks on your website using 90-Second Website Builder. Hi again, it's Greg Hughes with another video tutorial. Here I'm working on a web page in the Blackwire hosting website where I can show you a demonstration of how links or hyperlinks are created. It's really quite simple. You can turn any text, any image, or anything that you can draw with the drawing tools, such as a shape, into a link or a hyperlink very, very easily. So for example, we'll start with text. Let's say I want to turn this text into a link. All I have to do is select this text. I just double-clicked on it to go into edit mode for the text and drag over the text that I want to link. Now I can select all of the text or any word or even a single letter if I wanted to, but whatever text I select is what I'm going to turn into a link. Once I've selected the text, I can either go up here and click this link button, or I can just hover over the text, right-click, and go to link. Either way, it brings up this window called Insert Hyperlink, where I can tell the software where I want people to go when they click on this text. Now, in this case, I want them to go to a particular page in my website project, and that's the default here. I'm linking to a page in this project, and here I select what that page will be. If I click on Select, I find the page that I want. I called it Videos. Click OK. And now I've created a hyperlink to a page within my website. I'm going to click OK again, and you can see this even looks like a hyperlink. That's what I did down here as well. Now let's do it with an image. Works pretty much the same way. So if I wanted this image to also be able to be clicked on, take people to my video library, I could double click on this because it's an image and open up the image properties, one of which is linking. There's link, and you'll see the same kind of interface. Another thing I could have done was right click on it and go to link, or I could have selected it and again clicked on the link button up here. Either way, it brings up the feature for creating a hyperlink. So again, I want this to go to a page in my project. I'll select that page called Videos, click OK, and click OK again. I'm literally done. This is now a link, an image link, and this is a hyperlink with text. You can do the same thing with a shape. It all works about the same way. But let's talk about different kinds of links. So far, I've just linked to pages within my project. What if I wanted to link to a page that was not on my website? Well, it's just as easy to do. So let's just do it as an example. Let's just grab some text here. And let's use this word, web hosting. Just for the sake of demonstrating, I'll turn this into a link to a page someplace else. So I right-click on it, go to link, and instead of saying I want to link to a page in this project, I simply choose external web address. And you'll notice that this field also changes. The select button is gone because I'm not selecting a page in my website. It's now looking for an actual URL or web address. So I would type in some web address that I want my user to be taken to. And again, I click OK, and it's done. So if the site were live, clicking on this link would take the user to 90-Second Website Builder. Clicking on this link would take them to a page within this website, Blackwire hosting website. But I don't want that link, so I'm going to select this again and remove this link. I was just showing you for the sake of demonstration, but I can easily remove a link by right-clicking and going here. Now this is no longer a link. So what other kinds of links are there? Well, let's take a look. Here's another example. Up here, I have some text that I turned into a link. Let me go up here and select it again and show you what I did. I'm going to right-click and go to link. It's already done, so you'll see it's already selected. Instead of linking to a page, either in this project or an external, I actually said an email address. This is a different kind of link. In fact, it's called a mail to link because I want, when people click on this link, for them to send an email. And what this does is when they click on this link, it actually opens up the end user's email software. Whatever they're using on their computer to send email as their default email client, it will bring that application up and start an empty email with, in fact, whatever email address I put in here to send to. So in other words, if I put in support@blackwirehosting.com, when the end user clicks on this link, it will open up their email client and put this email address in the to address of their email. So they can send an email to support@Blackwire Hosting, in other words. So very, very simple to do. Just clicking OK, and that's done. That is now a mail to link. And again, I could do it with the image just as well. Double click on this, go to link. Let's say email address. I want to do another mail to. By the way, it remembers your most recent one, so I don't have to retype that. I can just go down here and select it, since I've already done it once, and then click OK. And now this is also a mail to link. So you may have noticed, though, there were some other kinds of links in the linking interface. So I'll show you another one here. So for example, I used a different kind of a link for downloading a PDF. I'll show you what that looks like. By right-clicking here, after I've selected the text, and go to link, you can see that I actually am linking my user to a PDF document. It's not actually a web page, but there is a document or a ebook on my website at this address, blackwirehosting.com/whsg.pdf. And so now what I'm basically doing, it's the same as sending them to an external web address because I know what the URL is. When somebody clicks on this link, they'll actually go to this ebook, this document, and it will simply open up. That's not the only way to do that. The only reason I could do this is because this document, this file, is already on my server at blackwirehosting.com in this location. So that was really easy to do because the file's already there. But what if your PDF is not on a server yet? Well, that's okay. 90-Second Website Builder will help you with that. And it's really cool how it works. I'll show you. So let's do it using the image. What we're going to do is turn this image into a link. And what I would do is I would ask 90-Second Website Builder to link to a file for me so that it can actually take care of creating that hyperlink. I'm going to browse to the file on my computer and find that document. Here it is. I'm clicking open. And what I'm saying to 90-Second Website Builder by doing this is I want you to take the ebook that was on my computer, build it into my website structure so it becomes like one of the web pages, and upload it or publish it the next time I publish my website. And what will happen is 90-Second Website Builder will take that PDF, that ebook, and include it in your website documents, publish it to your host, and create the link to that document for you. So you don't even have to worry about previously having it already uploaded and knowing the address if you don't want. Either way, you can link to a file that way. So linking to a file other than a web page is just as easy as linking to a web page by either already knowing the address to that file or including it in your website project as I did here. That's another way to create a link. Let's talk about some more. So just for the sake of clarity, I'm just going to, as an example, use a piece of text that will turn into a link just temporarily. Again, let's go back to this one. So we'll double click on this and choose the word web hosting to create our link. I'm going to right click and go to link, and let's talk about some of these other kinds of links. So we've talked about a page in the project and an external, an email and a file. There's also this thing here called smart linking. Now, smart linking is really kind of interesting. It's unique to 90-Second Website Builder, and it lets you create buttons or links that do very unique things. For example, you can create a link to a parent page. Well, what's a parent page? In 90-Second Website Builder, you can create parent and child pages if you want to. Frankly, it's kind of rare. Most of the time, you won't need to create parent-child pages, but in doing so, you're actually creating a hierarchy structure in your site manager where you have parent pages and then child pages that fall underneath those parent pages. It's just one way to structure your website and organize it. If you are using the parent-child technique, then you can use the smart link to link to the nearest parent page or the nearest child page. Again, most of you won't need parent-child pages, but if you are one of those unique users doing that, you can use the smart link to get to the next page this way. Another thing you can do with Smart Link is simply link to the next page in your file structure. Let's go to the Site Manager really quick, just for a second, so we can see this more visually. I'm going to move the camera because remember, the Site Manager shows me a list of all my pages. If I was going to create a Smart Link, in fact, let's use this text here in our demo, just because it's closer here to look at. Let's say I wanted this word to be a Smart Link. If I choose Smart Link as one of my options, and then I say I want to link to the next page, what will happen is 90-Second Website Builder will link to the next page within the file structure that's in my Site Manager. If you're building that kind of a website, for example, a sequential website, then the 90-Second Website Builder software is smart enough to know what the next page is in your sequence. Now, again, this is somewhat rare. Most people don't build sequential websites. Websites don't normally flow like a book. They're not linear. But if you are building one that way, this allows you to create a next page or previous page link very easily. The back button will take the user back to whatever page they were on, no matter where they came from. If they click a link that has back in it, they'll go back to whatever page they were before they were on this page, which is a very common use actually of a smart link. Here's some other cool things you can do with Smart Link. It doesn't really have so much to do with navigation, but they're very quick ways to make buttons that do things. So for example, if you want the user to be able to just simply close the browser window by clicking a link, you can use Smart Link for that. If I choose close the current browser window, when the person clicks this link, their browser will close. This may be something you would have if, say, they were opening up a smaller window in front of another one and you just wanted to get it out of the way. You might use this. Another really common way to use the Smart Link is if you wanted your user to be able to print the current page. Let's say you've created a page that gives them some kind of receipt information or some information they need to print out a hard copy for. Just simply attach the Smart Link that says print the current page to any image or text, and when the user clicks that link, this will send the page to their printer. And then another one is to reload the page. This is also called refreshing the page. Many people know that they can refresh their browser, and they should do that once in a while. Depending on the kind of browser they're using, they may be able to click a key like F5 and refresh their browser. But a lot of people don't know that. So you can help your end user if you want to provide a way for them to refresh their browser or reload the page. You can simply choose Reload Page as your Smart Link. And when they click on your button or your link, their browser will refresh. So the Smart Link is just a really interesting set of tools for helping you make quick links for your end user. Now let's move on and talk about some new things. There's other kinds of links besides these. We've talked about everything on this list up to Smart Link until we get here. All of these four are unique and are brand new to version 10 of 90-Second Website Builder. The purpose of these four links is if you're building a mobile website. These have to do with the use of a smartphone. So by clicking the FaceTime, I can actually type in the telephone number, and this would actually trigger a FaceTime session. If I choose the phone number, this is actually called a tel-link or a telephone link. It's very common on a mobile site because if you want somebody to tap a button with their finger to be able to dial a number, this is how you would do it. You would create the link on your mobile site, choose phone number, and type in the phone number you want them to call when they tap it. The same thing for SMS, that is text messaging. So if you have a number that uses that service, you can actually create a mobile site where someone taps on the text or the object you're linking to, and it will send a text message, assuming you are using that service. And then the same for a Skype number. These four new linking methods are new to version 10 and are unique to the development of mobile websites and can come in really, really handy. Even though there are a lot of options and several different ways to create links in 90-Second Website Builder, it is a very common thing to do, and as you can see, a very, very simple thing to do to create a link or a hyperlink using this software.